Did you know that as soon as you get to Wisconsin, they start selling cheese and sausages in all the convenience stores? Like, you go up to like the fridge area where there's bottled water, and hanging off that door is just cheese and sausage because it's Wisconsin. That's a true fact. More interesting stuff to follow here from the Midwest Gaming Classic on episode 157 of Coast to Coast Pinball. Let's go. Thanks for listening to Coast to Coast Pinball. My name is Nate Shivers. This is a podcast commentary. I'm a man out of quarters. That was a whirlwind trip to Wisconsin, sort of on the way back from a work trip. I just swung through Brookfield, Wisconsin at the Midwest Gaming Classic. Thanks very much to Mark and Dan and all the folks that put on that event and for inviting me and treating me so nicely. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time, played a lot of pinball, got to hang with some really good people. I'll have more on my thoughts of the show and some news bits coming up in a day or two on a future episode, but I did quite a bit of on-the-scene chatting into the recorder with some folks that were there that I think will prove to be pretty interesting stuff for you. So this show is going to feature interviews from Dirty Donnie, Terry from Day One Pinball / Pinball Life, Charlie Emery multiple times, Scott from Dutch Pinball, and you'll hear about his new job also. And we have the Dead Flip crew. Dennis Nordman makes an appearance. It's a lot of fun. So I'm just going to kind of roll these interviews. I'm exhausted and have to be in work in like 7 hours. So enjoy episode 157 live from the Midwest Gaming Classic. I'm here on the floor of the Midwest Gaming Classic with Mr. Dirty Donnie. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm really good. I've seen you at a few shows, and I've often thought, I got to get over and talk to Donnie, and then you're either slammed busy or the day ends, and that's how it goes. But how is the last couple years in this sort of pinball run been for you?
Oh, it's been amazing. I've been into pinball for years and years. I got my first pinball in the mid-'90s. Before then, I wanted one, but I couldn't afford one.
Yeah.
But my friend actually gave me one.
What did he give you?
He gave me a. It was a. What was it? Was it a ground shaker? Anyways,
like an earth shaker, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was a Nitro ground shaker.
Oh, Nitro ground shaker, yeah. Great
game. I've got it now.
That's a great game with the drop targets and everything. Love that game.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Awesome. So, how did you get the call to do the Metallica pinball art?
Well, I was, I've done art for Metallica. I've been doing art for them for about 14 years, just kind of like freelance as a buddy kind of thing, and doing like guitars and murals and T-shirts and all kinds of stuff for those guys personally and for the band. And I had done a bunch of custom games with Wade Krause and Tanya Kleiss, and we actually did two for James Hetfield. And the first one I did was with those guys was the Helicopters game for a band from Sweden that I'd done art for. And after doing those custom games, I think it fell into place. Like the band, I don't know who asked who, but it came about as a license, and I think Metallica was like definitely a like kind of like up for a pinball machine, and they asked me, like they had, I guess, told Stern, and Stern had asked them, and they'd both, let's get Donnie to do it. So when I got the call, it was like, hey man, like the band wants you to do it, and like we want you to do it. So it was perfect,
How in the loop are you as far as the pinball thing goes? Because when the game was originally announced, we were all, us pinball freaks are watching what Stern does. We want to know the next game. We're excited. When it was announced it was going to be Metallica, there was a very divided split. There was the, yes, rock and roll pinball, that's awesome. And then there were some guys like, maybe not fans of the band or whatever. They do it. Then the artwork was shown. And that was actually, you could go to that moment when the Metallica game's artwork was shown, that everyone's jaws hit the floor. We had not seen anything like this in a long time in pinball, this original hand-drawn artwork tied to a theme that was, quite frankly, just a step above what was being out there. Were you aware of that reception from the pinball community?
First of all, I'm stoked that people liked it, and not everyone's going to like what you do. There's a lot of opinions out there, and I was very stoked that it was taken, the percentage of people liked it.
Extremely positive. Yeah. Extremely positive.
So I was just like. just totally stoked to do it. When I got the job, I mean, I knew what I was going to do. I was like, I'm an old school pinball fan, and Dave Christensen's like one of my favorite artists. You know, I love old pinball art, and I've been reading books, and just like before the internet, I'd been collecting books, and just like, this is, you know, only a few of us. It's a secret thing. Like not all of us know about it, and it's like the coolest thing. It's cooler than comic books, in my opinion. Cooler than record covers. Old pinball art, you know, and I was like, when I got that chance, you know, like I did on my custom games, when I got that chance to do it, I'm like, I'm gonna bring this back. I'm gonna hand draw everything, and I'm gonna do my best to do what I want to do and what I think is cool, and I think it's gonna please the pinball fans. I think it's gonna please Metallica fans. I had a lot of weight on my shoulders. I had to please Stern, the band's fans, and pinball fans. So it was like but the only thing I could do is like do my best.
I think you knocked it out of the park. You know, Metallica came on the heels of AC/DC, which was a pretty successful game. For sure. And the one knock maybe on AC/DC was gameplay's awesome, rules are cool, sound is awesome. The artwork is. They were working with what they had, a lot of Photoshop type stuff. Yeah. So I think the community as a whole is like very thankful that you came in and sort of did such a great job. Were there multiple like approval steps with you and the band and Stern, or was it sort of creative freedom on your part?
You know, for the most part, like I did my thing and I did it the best way I could, and you know, everyone was stoked. So it was actually like pretty smooth. You know, like everyone that saw it was pretty much like, yeah, that's great. You know, like you know, I mean, with stuff like this, there's so many steps of approval, like you're saying, and I mean, it could go any way. You know, but everyone dug it, so it worked out really good. You know, I mean, there were some changes here and there, and you know, like Greg Ferris, he jumped in, helped me out a little bit here and there, and the guys at Stern were really cool to work with. You know, and you know, the band were stoked. The band, they're like we love it, and our kids love it. You know, which is cool too.
That's
you know,
awesome.
like my kid's better than me. You know, and so that was
were
cool.
you involved at all? Was Sparky already there? Were you sort of given Sparky, or did you help it on that? And how's that kind of developed?
Yeah, the whole Sparky thing is like, so John Borg actually named him. He didn't have a name before that, but I had drawn him for, I was in Metallica's studio hanging out one day, and they have a chalkboard like kind of thing in their kitchen, and I drew a picture of just out of, you know, Sparky like not thinking, just like a ghouly character giving the finger, and Hetfield walked in right as I finished, and he started laughing, and he's like, oh, I put like Metallica sucks on his shirt, so I was like, yeah, and I put Metallica sucks, and he's like, let's make it a t-shirt and a pic, and I was like, okay, so just do it, you know. So I drew it up real quick at home, and they made a t-shirt and like a pic out of it, and we thought nothing of it, just whatever, you know, another cool, there we go, you know, and
piece of the art profile.
Hetfield's thing, he's like, Metallica sucks, it'd be hilarious, you know. And so when we were doing the game, I was like, you know, I was working with Borg on it, and well, what are we gonna do for like a character in the game? And I was like, well, obviously we gotta have an electric chair for Ride the Lightning, you know, it's got to be done. And but there's been some electric chairs and other awesome games, and I was like, well, why don't I put that? I have this character that like we really haven't used, you know, like and it is like a Metallica character, you know, and we just kind of whipped it out. So I was like, I'm gonna draw him in the chair, and it turned into a thing, and just the elements aligned, and you know, like John named him, and you know, I drew him and gave the sculptor a whole bunch of references and a lot of like turnaround drawings, and he did it. Like when John emailed me, he's like, hey, check out what he did. I was like, oh, that's perfect. He nailed him. That's it. You know?
It's really probably one of the most recognizable modern day pinball icons now. Is other shots in other games are now being referred to as the Sparky shot. You know, stuff that's up the middle.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
You know, like
that's
The Walking
cool
Dead has the prison shot. A lot of people, oh no, it's shoot Sparky. They'll say that when they mean the prison in Walking Dead. It's
really? Oh,
becoming very iconic. It's neat.
That's cool. That's good to hear. Yeah, that's awesome.
So I've seen you at a lot of shows. How many pinball shows have you gone to, you think, since Metallica came out?
I don't know. I mean, I've been going to like, you know, like Mike Sheets from Pacific Pinball is an old friend of mine, and so when he started Lucky Juju out in the Bay Area in Alameda, I was there when he opened, you know, and so like as soon as I moved to California from Ottawa, Canada is where I'm from, as soon as I moved there, I started going there, and I've been going to shows as long as they've, you know, kind of been around, and but going to shows in like, you know, Texas and out here like Milwaukee, Chicago, like, you know, I've gone to quite a few since then, you know.
What's the reception? I know you're selling some artwork. You're selling today. You have this awesome, beautiful, custom, hand-painted Sparky replica. I mean, it's not a replica. It's an actual Sparky toy that could go right into a game.
Yeah.
How's that been? What's that reception been like for you?
It's been really good. I do a lot of my own posters. Been doing them for years, like rock posters for shows, stuff for Metallica, different bands, and what I've been doing recently is doing like pinball posters. My own stuff. So what the Metallica game is it's opened up the audience in the pinball world to my art more. So now I can make like some
you're
Dirty Donnie, like
pinball playfields into your style of, what would you call your art style? And even to me it's like the Dirty Donnie art style. Really. So.
I've got a lot of different styles that I draw from, and there's a lot of different styles I'll do. Like I do like the kind of like weirdo 60s monster deal. That's
acidy monster trip type thing.
That's one of my styles, and then I'll do like a blacklight, kind of 70s style, and I can also do airbrushed retro 70s nebula sci-fi fantasy. That's another one of the styles. Like I got old heavy metal magazine, and I draw from like Ralph Bocci comics and draw from everything. And I've got a lot of different things that I do. Like when I paint motorcycle tanks, I do like nebulas, and I do like metal flake and hot rod stuff, and then I'll kind of all across the board, sort of thing.
Is there a chance we see your work on another pinball machine at any time?
It's not up to me. I would love to do one, so we'll see.
Well, that is being thrown out there into the ether for those who are out there building pinball machines. That's awesome. Yeah. I really appreciate you sitting down and chatting with us a little bit, Donnie. It was very nice to meet you in person, man.
Oh, right on, Ron. Thanks for having me.
Thank you,
awesome.
man.
Right on.
Awesome.
Yeah. Take care.
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
Charlie Emery crashing interviews all over the world.
That never happens.
Charlie, I'd like to buy a game from your company.
I'm sorry, you can't. It's sold out. Woohoo.
No, I have a credit card right here. I'd like to buy a game.
Sorry, there is no 151 available.
Charlie, you're a manufacturer of pinball machines. I'd like to buy a game.
This guy's part of a pinball man. You should be talking to him.
No, I was trying to, and then you walked in.
Well, I can't. Yeah, it's just because we like Nate so damn much.
Charlie, I'd like to buy a game.
You can't. They're no longer available.
Must be nice.
It's horrible to be able to say that today. Yes, it's.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. I probably still have buffalo chicken wings in my teeth, and I can't wait to party tonight with Terry. From he's right behind us in pinball manufacturing. Probably pass us up here in the next couple of weeks.
He claims he won't.
I hope not. Scott, how do you feel about this? Is he supposed to be interviewing you? He's like way more intelligent than I am. You should be talking to him.
Well, you're a smoother talker than I am, though.
No.
That remains to be seen.
He's better looking than I am, too.
Come on.
That's subjective.
It is.
All right. Thank you, Charlie.
He's definitely better looking than I am.
That's confirmed.
She's pretty damn hot, actually.
That's not subjective. That's just
What
truth.
is it with pinball people? I mean, you look at Scott, you look at you. I mean, come on, your wife.
We're overachievers, Charlie, all of us.
Breaking the stereotype. All the hell. Terry's in the same boat. Margaret's absolutely beautiful. How do you guys do it?
It's our supple wrists.
Could be that.
Really?
Do you see what I did there?
Really? Oh, and Katie's beautiful too. I'm sorry. I'm in that lucky group.
You don't even have to say it. We know.
I don't want to get my behind kicked.
Oh, she's definitely going to be listening to this, too.
No, she doesn't. Sorry. She doesn't listen to our podcast. I can't imagine she'll listen to Nate.
She won't. It's all right. Her and Zach Sharp don't listen.
Yeah, okay.
There's a birthday party breaking out behind us.
Happy birthday, dear Levi.
It's Levi's birthday.
Levi's birthday.
All right. Now for reals, for seriousness, I'm totally serial. I'm at the Midwest Gaming Classic with Sarah Rose. What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
All right. I know Sarah Rose has to be called out. I was told I had to do that. And it's not Sarah, and it's not Rose. It's Sarah Rose.
Correct.
Who is the lovely wife of Mr. Scott Denisi. How are you, Scott?
Doing well. How about you?
Good. Scott, before we came on this not live recording here, you told me you were now going to be a full-time employee of Pinball Life.
Absolutely. So it's very exciting, actually. So I was looking for a little bit of a career change, and it seems Terry was also looking for someone with a broad range of skills that I could that kind of fit what I was.
So how did you get hired? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Isn't that weird? I kind of questioned that myself, actually. But I'm going to be coming on. I'm going to be doing I'll be the head of the 3D department. So 3D printing, manufacturing, design, things like that. We'll be doing new products coming in, all sorts of really fun stuff.
Are you going to be doing Scoregasm Master 2.0?
We're actually not licensed for the 2.0 version, so I don't know if that's going to happen.
I love it. So I met you first as a member of the Dutch pinball team.
That's correct, yeah. So I am still part of the Dutch pinball team. It is still a part-time thing for me, so we'll definitely be working on new games. And
tell the listeners what you did for the Big Lebowski project, or still are doing, I would assume.
Excellent. It's not very glorious, to tell you the truth. So we kind of use my house as a hub for the America Dutch Pinball, what do we call it, landing zone for the 3 machines before Expo last year. I've been very good friends with all the team members for many years. But basically I do a lot of the quality control testing. I help out with a little bit of the hardware and finding glitches and things like that and going through that. I can also do a lot of the software stuff with Kuhn. It's kind of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you actually are one of the only people in the world with a Big Lebowski pinball machine in your possession.
Well, actually we have 3 in the United States right now. So should I tell where they're located, or is that classified?
No, I think Barry won't mind. Go ahead.
All right. So, first one is in my possession. That's number 1. Number 2 is actually in Terry's possession at Pinball Life at the world headquarters. Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually in the regional office. I'm sorry.
The regional office of Pinball Life.
Scoregasm.
Nope, Terry just told me the Scoregasm.
And then number 3 is actually on tour right now across the United States with the Coin Taker guys.
I saw that game in Texas.
Excellent. Yeah, that's great.
What's that whole experience been like from when you first was like, okay, Big Lebowski Pinball, to now having that game there and coming to life and getting, we're headed towards production really soon, from what I understand.
Yeah, so actually I got a funny story about how I actually found out about the Lebowski machine and then kind of how it progressed. I'll make it pretty quick so it's not too crazy, but so basically what happened was we had these flyers going around at Expo, right? Kuhn and myself, who were working on the Bride of Pinbot 2.0 conversion kits. Oh no, Charlie's making me nervous. So what we did was we were working on the Bride of Pinbot kits, and Barry tossed these flyers out all over the place. We had no idea that it was Barry that was doing it. He had hired some models dressed as, pin-up pinball.
So let me clarify this.
Yeah.
You were working on a Dutch pinball project, and you didn't know that it was Dutch pinball doing this kind of secret reveal of the Big Lebowski.
That is absolutely correct. So, funny, because Kuhn, the main software programmer, didn't know either. And in the background, all of the stuff was happening, all the licensing, all the preparation, all the structuring of the business, all that stuff was happening without us knowing. Kuhn did find out before I did, about a week before I did. I found out about, I think it was 2 or 3 days before that actual video released. Barry and Kuhn and myself got on a video chat, and they said, hey, I got a video to show you. I'm like, okay, what is it? They're like, they showed me this thing. I'm like, oh, it's the Big Lebowski thing that I saw on the flyers. I'm like, that's cool. And also it said presented by Dutch Pinball. I was like, what the heck?
That's us.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah, so at first I didn't believe it. I thought he was like screwing around, but it kind of clicked. It makes sense,
That's fantastic. Well, everyone's really excited as we get closer and closer to the Big Lebowski reveal. So let's talk a little bit about Terry's other project with Day One Pinball and the Scoregasm Master. I talked to him earlier, and he was referencing what a team it took to really put that project together. Tell me about your involvement on that one.
Excellent. So, I think I'm credited on the machine for doing, some mechanical design, 3D printing. I developed the operating system and the actual music and sound effects for the game. I did not write all the music, and I did not record all the sound effects, but I put them all together and made sure the software was working. But honestly, Terry's absolutely right. This thing could not have happened without every single member of this team. To anything from doing crazy operating system stuff like I was doing to actually cutting and designing the cabinets with a CNC machine, all the way down to turning screws, getting these things put together, right? And into the boxes that you actually see behind you right here. We're sitting here now with the machine that we just announced with 6 new in-box games behind us for sale. It's crazy.
Scott, you're living the dream. You quit your day job. You're working full-time in pinball. Things are going pretty good here in 2015.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say, man. It's really exciting.
That's fantastic.
Honestly, I could not have done it without the support from my wife. So,
So how's Sarah Rose here is in a purple T-shirt that says "The Real Housewives of Pinball." Did you make that shirt yourself?
I did indeed. Well, I had help with Scott, and then our friend Doug printed them out.
I think you could sell a few of those.
Probably, if anybody's interested.
Yeah, it's interesting. I got to look at that logo and see how much trouble we're going to get in.
It does sort of resemble a certain famous pinball logo.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. It was nice to hang out with you again here. Last time was New York City. Now here we are in Brookfield, Wisconsin. I wish you guys the best of luck, and I'll be hopefully talking to you again sooner as more projects come rolling out.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Here we are at the Midwest Gaming Classic, crowded into the comedy section. I have Mr. Dennis Nordman with me. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm
great.
very good.
Hi, Charlie. Charlie's a reoccurring member.
Paying no attention to the little man with the hat.
The little man with the hat.
Oh,
It's a pleasure to speak with you on the show. How is your Midwest Gaming Classic going, Dennis?
Really well.
All right, we're gonna have to segregate Charlie.
I'm out of here.
I've
had enough of your stuff.
It's going great. We're getting a very good response to Wonelli.
It's a beautiful game. It's fun. It's interesting. It's been a long time coming. Are you pretty excited to have Stern jump on and say, hey, we're going to build this thing for you?
Absolutely. Of course, we're very excited about that. It took Greg and I 4 years to build 4 games. And we built 1 EM game and 4 solid-state games. Kerry Emming designed a solid-state system for us. So we sold those 4 original games. And then Stern has been thinking about it for a couple of years, and they decided they're going to go ahead and build it. So it's going to go into production in a couple of weeks here. And we have a pre-production model right here at the Midwest Gaming Classic.
I played it pretty extensively in Texas, and it's an interesting game in that when you walk up, it's like, oh, it's an EM, but it feels different. It feels a lot more modern, more solid state. What are your thoughts there?
It has Stern's spike system in it.
Yeah.
So it's totally solid state. What I was trying to do, what Greg and I were trying to do, is create a game that new players can play without being intimidated like modern games. You don't know what to do.
They're
in those
confusing,
games. And
absolutely.
While the skilled and experienced players love those games, we want to attract even more new players. And these people that play Stern's games have been playing games for years. And my analogy is that Stern game is like a Formula One race car. It's the top of the line. It's the best, and only the experienced people can really handle it. Wonelli is more like a go-kart. Everybody can just have fun on it. That's the idea, just to have fun. But with the solid state, to me, it adds a lot. It plays very snappy. The pop bumpers are very snappy. You can even elevate the game if you want to, and increase the flipper power, and increase so you can make it even play better.
You can speed it up.
You can speed it up. There's going to be 4 rule sets in the game. There's EM totally. There are so that'll just play digital chimes and bells. But there's wiring in the game where you can add your own chimes or your own real bells. And then there's going to be 3 rule sets: a simple set, a medium set, and a hard set. So if you start to master the game on the simple rule set, you switch it to the medium rule set, and you got a whole new experience.
That's really smart, because obviously I think the game is aimed at anybody, but specifically probably home buyers are going to be gravitating towards it.
Well, I'm thinking that the game I'm hoping, we don't have it out on test yet, but my hope is that it'll do well on location, because, especially in bars, because anybody can walk up to it and play it without feeling intimidated, without feeling like they look stupid because they don't know what to do.
Sure. I was at Expo earlier in the year when a little bit of, I wouldn't say drama per se, but a few people spoke up about the theme, and I think that caught you by surprise, caught me by surprise, that anybody would not get it, that it's a throwback, it's cheesecake, it's fun. Did that surprise you?
Yes, it surprised me and it bothered me for a while, but then I finally got over it. There wasn't that many people.
No, certainly not.
That were seemed to be offended by it, but
Nate doesn't like boobs.
No, Charlie.
You're talking to the world's only anti-Scarlett Johansson podcaster here.
I believe that is not what I said.
He does. He hates boobs, Dennis. I can't believe you're talking to this.
I will not be taken down by this silliness of this
But actually, look at the back glass carefully.
There's no boobs.
There is no boobs.
Oh, so Nate approves then. It's okay.
There is no
this
boobs.
Guy.
Melanie has all the power. She's not being made fun of.
Absolutely not.
She runs her own business. She runs her farm. She's making fools out of all the men. These men work for her, and she's making fools out of all of them just by holding a couple of melons up.
Absolutely.
There's no cleavage. There's no nipples.
I'm glad that all died down. That was just a really small few people.
I think so.
I think that's good.
Think so.
A lot of the talk since the game's price was announced, I think people at first sort of were taken aback by just the price point. I think a lot of people were thinking, oh, retro game, maybe retro pricing. How involved, if at all, were you guys on the pricing of the game, and what were your feelings when it actually did price out where it did?
We were not involved in the pricing. That was Stern's decision. But you got to consider the game is unique. The cabinet is unique. The cabinet was very expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gorgeous. Yeah.
Plus, when you buy the game, you get the base cabinet, and you get legs. So you can put it any way you want.
Does it play different to you on the cabinet versus on the legs?
No, it doesn't.
No, nudge-wise or anything?
When it's on the base cabinet, it has rubber vibration mounts. There's 4 of them between the main cabinet and the base cabinet, so you can shake it and twist it as much as you want, even more than on legs.
Whiz-Bang Pinball. Would we see another design in the future from you guys?
That remains to be seen.
Very good. Dennis, thank you so much. You're one of the true gentlemen in pinball. It's been really a pleasure chatting with you for a minute.
Thank you very much, Nate. It was my pleasure.
Absolutely. I am at the Midwest Gaming Classic with Terry from Pinball Life. How are you?
I'm good, but I'm from Day One.
You ruined my joke, and then I was going to say, and I'm also here with Terry from Day One Pinball. But
we did not rehearse this.
We did not rehearse this. How are you, sir? This is day one of Day One Pinball in a lot of senses.
Day one of Day One Pinball. It's the first day that we are out here with our new little pin game, and it's for sale for the first time ever, starting today.
You announced a limited run of 30. You've already sold like a third of that run, haven't you?
Actually, we've sold 10. I got to give 8 away to people who helped me, so there's only 12 left.
That's an interesting business model. Give away almost a third of the games. I like it. I like it.
The business model is when we're all done, I lose money.
Well, it's for the love of the game.
It was not for profit, that's for sure.
How long ago did you think, I'm going to remake a Bagatelle?
It was conceived during the drunken after party of our annual open house at Expo.
So not that long ago.
6 months, a little less than 6 months from start to finish, and nobody had any experience doing anything.
You referenced the team. You had a lot of people help you out on this game. A lot of really talented people who are floating around here right now. Talk about that.
Well, I have no actual skill, so everything...
You're a salesman, sir. You're a salesman.
Yes, I sell the used car, but someone's got to make it. It's like I don't really have any talent, so I had to have somebody engineer it. We had to draw it. I don't have access to all the things that are needed to make it. So we had to fab all the metal parts, and the music is original music, and so I'm not much of a musician, so we had different people do the music. One of the guys actually writes music for porn movies. So
that's a nice tie-in.
Yeah, so it's called "Keep Your Eye on the Scoregasm Master." That's the main song.
Okay, so the name freaked me out at first. I was scared of the name. I thought, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do with that.
Scared?
I was scared. It seems to be going over quite well, though. And when I saw the artwork that John Yossi did in person, it all sort of ties together quite well.
Well, the art is very in a classic pinup style. The name is gross enough, so we didn't listen. You're getting your porn from Bagatelles. You're not looking in the right place.
You can get your porn from Bagatelles and Pinside, apparently.
Yeah, you don't. But seriously, the name is there to grab you. There's no doubt. Look, it's not a licensed theme. If we'd called it Sunday in the Park, nobody would give a shit. It would just die. So part of the name was it's definitely on purpose to grab you and make you pay attention. Is it going to be for everybody? No. But let's face it, these aren't for everybody anyway.
Great point.
So, you're never going to go down to Walmart and shop in the pin game aisle. It's never going to happen. It's always going to be very niche. So the name is there to make 10% of the people mad. They'll promote our product that way.
That's a great point. Controversy sells.
Controversy sells. Start a thread on Pinside with no controversy and it sinks in 10 minutes. With controversy, why those can go on for thousands of posts.
Ben Heck can prove that to us. How many pins or nails, as they might be, are actually in the playfield?
104.
104. Have you nailed 104 pins in a playfield yourself?
I have indeed. But a lot of other people have done that for me as well. So.
Do you know what the max score on a game of Scoregasm Master is?
27,000.
27. What's the high score you've seen accomplished?
I have seen about 15,000.
That's really good. That's really good.
Really good. You're going to have to do some good things with the double score ball to get that done.
Yeah, if people don't know, it's a 10-ball game, 9 blue balls, 1 red ball being the double scoring ball.
And you want to get that in the one of the 2 progressive scoring holes, so you can then shoot the Scoregasm Master hole, and the solenoids will move the ball down for higher scoring. So there is a strategy. It's not just putting balls in holes. There is a whole strategy of when to shoot which holes so that the solenoid action can start the progressive scoring and you can get higher scores.
All right, let's say you sell all 30 of these in short order. Are you going to make 30 more?
I hope not.
You hope not.
It's, it's been said, making pinballs, it's hard.
We've said that before. I think that has been said.
And I'll say it again, it is hard. Even something very simple like this, which is just for fun in our spare time, it's thousands of hours. I know, maybe because we're incompetent, I don't know, but like it is hard. We've made 10, we've got the other 20 very far along the way, 10 are finished. And honestly, I'm dreading finishing the 20. I know I have to. But this isn't something that we're doing to start a new company and make $1 million, because let me tell you, there's just about every other way of making money is easier than this.
So this could be the ultimate limited pin game for the game room at your home.
Yes. After these 30 are done, me and Andrew, my production manager, will probably not speak for at least a month.
Understood.
And decompress, and then maybe come back and see if we might make 30 more if the world turns upside down and we actually have demand for it. But there will never be more than 60. I reserve the right to change my mind, but 60 is a max, and probably 30.
So Day One Pinball, the name, is clearly sort of a statement, if we want to talk about controversy. Was there any particulars in mind when you named it?
2 reasons. One, we make pinball from day one of pinball, the very first pinball, and also we wanted to have it for sale on day one of when we first presented it.
Terry's leaning on a box with a new in-box game inside of it.
We wanted to, no pre-order, no gauging interest. We were just going to make it and then sell it.
If you like it, you can take it with you.
Well, you can load it in your station wagon and take it home.
How's Pinball Life doing? How are things on that side of the world?
Very, very busy, crazy busy. So this Day One Pinball thing has been very hard to work in. Basically, I work 7 in the morning till 6 at night at Pinball Life, and then from 6 till 2 in the morning, we work on Scoregasm, and so it's.
When did you start Pinball Live?
2002.
So you've seen the lows and watched the comeback.
Pinball moves very quickly. If you look back even a couple years, everything changes very, very quickly. I mean, it's a very fast-moving hobby. You might not think it is until you think about it, but you think back 5 years ago, pinball was completely different. There was only Stern. They were struggling for interest, and they did a great job of, starting things. The whole, what was I say? Their biggest competition 5 years ago was the interest alone in pinball. People had to be interested, and I think they did a really great job of doing that.
I agree.
And my hat is off to them. I'll tell you, they do something that is extremely difficult to do. Fully functioning assembly house for pinball. I got nothing but respect for them after this project.
It's interesting because I would imagine a lot of your early business was sort of parts for older games,
exactly.
80s, 90s games. Well, now we're starting to see people are really looking for a lot of parts for mid-2000s to late 2000s Stern games.
Yeah, and obviously, those parts come from Stern, and Stern's very important to me. And I've said from the beginning, you've got to have new games that get old and break, or if there isn't that, the writing's on the wall for part suppliers. There is a cycle from new to coin op to then home to repair. And what happens if there's no pinball manufacturers? Well, for a pinball parts place, nothing happens the next day, but 5-10 years from now, a lot happens. I mean, it's the beginning of the end for everybody. So go Stern and spooky.
Absolutely. Well, I think that if nothing else with Scoregasm Master, it shows somebody who's really dedicated to this hobby, doing something really just for the fun and the love of it.
Absolutely. This is boy, this ain't about a payday. I will be in debt about $5,000 when we're done with this whole thing.
I think it's fun. I questioned it openly at first, like I didn't know if I got it or not, and I didn't really get it until there were three of us playing against each other, sort of fighting for that best score. And I've heard the stories already of the dollar games being played.
This is not a gambling device.
No, certainly not. But it is definitely a fun group game where money could be wagered, but it's not a gambling device.
It's not a gambling device.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to finally meet you in person, Terry, and thanks for chatting with me.
Thanks, Nate.
Here we are off the floor of the Midwest Gaming Classic in like the VIP hotel room that's right by the pool with the boys from Dead Flip here with Jack and Brad. How are you guys doing?
Oh, super good.
I'm doing real good.
I'm about 7 beers deep, so I apologize for anything weird I'm going to say.
It's okay. So we've all been trying to play this tournament here, this pinball tournament that's based on 3 games, Mustang, Metallica, and what's the other game?
Super Soccer.
Super Soccer.
Super Sucker, man. That game is...
EM style deal.
Yeah. I'm not doing well, Jack.
I am like 65th in the whole damn tournament.
Okay, so and Brad's qualifying.
I'm currently number 8.
Eighth.
Yeah.
How'd you do that? Because I scored like $3.5 million on Metallica.
So it's really unique style that they're doing, but it's you get 2 tickets for each game, and then they count together. It's cumulative, and I have a cumulative 100 million on Metallica, a cumulative 100 million on Mustang.
Jack, I'm not a math guy, but is 100 million more than 7 million?
Absolutely.
He's ahead of me on Metallica.
And here's what's happening is you played the
left and the right.
You played the left and the right Metallica. He only played the center Metallica. And every person that's played the center Metallica has put up a big score. Then also, on Mustang, have you played Mustang?
I haven't played my Mustang.
Do not play the freaking left Mustang.
It's the right Mustang.
You got to play the right Mustang.
Play the right Mustang.
Because here's the deal. The left Mustang is real rubbers, which I love, but there's something off with that game. And the right Mustang has super bands, which I can't stand.
But it works.
But it's working good for everybody.
You know, the geometry on Mustang's different because the flippers are farther apart. It's the Trudeau spacing, and then the slingshots are angled very different.
They're angled a little bit to the, what is that?
They're more vertical, right?
Yeah.
So maybe the Superbands are helping out there. So let's talk Dead Flip. Dead Flip's sort of this. I don't want to say it's new, but it's newish, and it's taken on a world of its own on Twitch TV.
It started off as just 4 dudes competing in a like Chicago-based tournament setting.
Yeah,
and
leagues, tournaments.
Yeah, leagues, tournament, anything that was pinball. It was just. I don't even know where the hell the name came from. It was just based on a dead flip is essentially a bounce pass, is like just not flipping.
Like, don't do anything.
The basic, easiest, most important skill in pinball. And we're going to name ourselves after that. And it was incredible. And it sounds tough, I guess. I don't know.
You've worked the Chicago flag into the logo.
Yeah, man, listen, I toiled over designing this.
You did. You designed
Actually, it took like maybe 2 minutes.
Fair enough. I heard somebody say, I think we were in Texas. Where were we last?
We were in Papa.
Somebody goes, oh, his shirt's like CM Punk.
Oh God, wrestling.
The wrestler wears. Apparently, he wears the Chicago flag on his.
The Chicago
trunks.
flag is actually the most
simple.
It's the most like worn flag of any like city in the world.
You'll see a lot of people with like just like the black and gray or the all black.
There
or
are
the
more
blue, red, white.
It
red,
is
white,
the
blue.
most tattooed city flag.
Absolutely,
as well.
Yeah. It's just so simple. It's like 4 stars, a blue line, and a bunch of white background.
Yeah,
it's excellent.
It's fantastic.
So, are you still on the every single Monday through Friday
schedule
on Twitch?
Yeah, it's daunting, but you know, I love pinball so freaking much that I stream it for 2 hours a day, if not longer, and we invite some of the top 10, top 20, top 100 players to come battle us at our studio. And recently we've been trying to go to different bars and such, but it's...
Dead Flip on location.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's pretty great. Setting it up's kind of difficult because you have to move another bar's machines and they're not sure what you're doing. And then you have to make sure drunk jerks aren't touching your stuff.
Fingerprints on your cameras and stuff.
You've been pulling random people
right.
to play.
So
I'll
be playing, and then I'll see someone like 2 nights ago. I was at Emporium Logan and in Chicago, and I was playing Tales from the Crypt for a couple hours, and this young lady walked by me and went to go play Terminator, and I was like, "You do not want to play that game. You want to play Tales from the Crypt."
Wow, that's the first time that's ever been said.
Terminator 2 or 3.
Right. I'm like, and she's like, okay. And I'm like, listen, you're on the internet now. Don't read the chat because there's a lot of trolls. It's going to be terrible. But, if you want, I'm more than happy to show you how to, beat your friends on this game really quick. And just explained a few shots, and she actually destroyed me.
She beat you.
And that's the whole point of the show. Is I want to teach people how to play pinball the same way I was taught. Where, we've had some great coaches like Zach Sharp and Art Dodd and
Chuck
Dave
Jackson.
Hagee, Chuck Jackson. When we fell into this, we fell in hard, and we had so much great support from people that we didn't know were super important in pinball.
No, we just would start going to tournaments, and there were these dudes blowing up machines, and we're like, "Oh, you're really good at this. How are you different than us?"
Yeah. Well, it's because they're wearing magic medallions that every pinball person gets when they hit the top 100.
And they put fairy dust on their fingers.
And we have not yet received those medallions, but I'm sure...
I think Dave Hagee's actually out there trying to beat your score right now, bro.
He is.
Yeah, he is. Hagee, oh, what a monster. He's so good.
He is so good. So what game did you play most recently? You guys usually do the same game all week, right?
Yeah, so usually we pick a game for a week. When we were doing the whole location thing, we... try to just pick whatever game's working the best, because location pinball is very, whatever game's working.
You don't say.
80% plus, yeah. So when we were at Emporium Logan, it was Tales from the Crypt, which we didn't really want to play, but it was the only game that was working well. We went to Logan Arcade the night before that, but half of our equipment sort of melted.
Oh, yeah.
But we were going to play Medieval Madness Remake, which was awesome, so we're definitely going to go back there and try that. And then we went to the original Emporium the day before that, and we were on Star Trek showing off the new code, which I did not know. So I was learning the code with the chat, and they were showing me, what I didn't know. And it worked out pretty well. But I think the last game we played was
AC/DC, right?
It was AC/DC, I think you're right.
Yeah.
That was after WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Stern has sort of partnered with us in sort of like a wink and a nod and a handshake way of we get their new games as they're released. And they sent a WWE over. Oh, sorry, I'm drinking. And we sort of... I didn't want to play the game until it was live on stream, so that we could learn it with the people that were watching.
What'd you think of WrestleMania?
Actually, so... I heard a lot of stuff about the game before I got to play it, which was like, there's like a lot of nasty stuff on Pinside about like the hillbillies, blah, 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 whatever. The game's fun. The shots feel great. If you know what you're doing, you can blow it up. The code is not there yet, but I know that game is going to be a freaking superstar when Lyman or whoever's coding it is done doing that, because... Wason, okay.
Yeah.
Wason's programming it.
Wason's a wrestling fan, I believe. So that's why they got him on it.
Actually, Jody texted me, Jody from Stern. He's like, Gary and I are going to a WrestleMania right now. And he sent me freaking texts that they're at WrestleMania. That game has no physical weirdness to it. So that means the code is going to make that game freaking remarkable when they're done with it.
It's really fun to flip.
Yeah.
It's just all about where the code goes.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
Do you feel the ball spends too much time up in the ring?
Yes, but
that's going to be.
But work
they're going to
with that.
You think they'll kill? You think they'll kill the what do they call them? Not flippers, but
they call them slammers or
slammers.
Something.
Yeah, you're right.
It's essentially like two slingshots up top.
Yeah. You think they'll kill those eventually, so they don't go with every...
I think they need to figure out how to stop them from firing while you're flipping, because you're just wearing out the rubbers up there for no reason. But once they code in like the wrestlers doing specific things, and maybe if you're in the ring and you fall out and there's like a timer ticking down, much like wrestling, you got to get back in the ring.
Get a count out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, title cannot change
precisely. Yeah, and there's so much they can do with that game, and I know they're just going to make it as awesome as possible, especially since like it's a theme that people think it's not that incredible. They're going to give it like 200% to make that game freaking remarkable. Like Star Trek, that game was great. They added the badge system, and now that's like the most incredible freaking game. And they didn't have to do that. And it's so freaking awesome now.
A very similar game was Mustang, and same designer, Trudeau, and it came out, and everyone was just like, Mustang? That's not the greatest, theme in the world. But then the code came together, and I think it's real.
But Trudeau is like the king of. They hand him a theme that you think is going to be hard to work with, and he freaking knocks it out of the park, man. It's like Mustang. Who the crap wants to play a game based on Mustang? It's like Corvette or something. The games are kind of whatever. But he makes it really freaking good, and. WrestleMania is going to be no exception. It's going to be remarkable when he's done.
That's good to hear. What are your thoughts on the studio game, as I heard Gary Stern call it earlier today? Whoa, Nelly, Big Juicy Melons.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, man.
So I played Whoa, Nelly, Big Juicy Melons 3 years ago for the first time.
Yeah, the original,
because that machine was on circuit for a long time, and Greg Ferris and Dennis Norman, they were sitting next to it, and you'd go play it, and it hasn't changed much. They got rid of a gobble hole in exchange for a kick up sort of saucer thing.
That's awesome.
The game's fun. It's awesome that it looks to the naked eye like a one-player EM, but it's actually a four-player game with the tiniest
tiny little LCD screen,
and it's like DMD. It has all the stern DMD animations happening on it. It looks like the screen's the size of what you would see on a pager from the 90s.
Yep,
just sort of there in the apron.
That's what we need to start dubbing that, as the pager screen.
Yeah, the pager screen.
Just named it.
Absolutely,
it's really good.
The game's fun. There's it's an EM. There's it's what you see.
It's an EM with really strong flippers.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the flippers strong. Yes, I'm more concerned with how strong the slingshots are. Oh my god, dude, that game is out to punish you. Absolutely, but
the art's great.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I mean, there's no doubt that it's pretty.
Dude, Greg is such a good freaking artist. I can't stand it. And
same guy who did the playfield for Star Trek.
Yeah.
It's great.
He did Star Trek. Wait, what else did he do recently? Greg. Yeah, I don't even know.
Do you think not Metallica?
No. Okay, shut up.
Are you going to go talk to Dirty Donnie with me, Jack? You and me?
Yeah,
chatting with Donnie?
It's my favorite art on any pinball.
Are you going to wear the cape? Jack Danger here is actually wearing a cape. The crime-fighting name is just finally taken hold in your mind, and you went to the cape.
I'm just trying to fit in, man. We're at MGC. This isn't all about pinball.
This is not all about pinball.
There's Magic the Gathering tournaments going on.
Yeah, don't remind me.
There's Warhammer shit.
Yeah.
What's Warhammer?
Sorry,
I don't even know what that is.
It's like little figurines.
You get little pewter figurines that you paint.
I don't. I don't ever get little figurines.
You paint,
no.
And then you pull out a tape measure, and they sort of attack each other.
It's like little RPG-ish with little figurines. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's intense. But there's also a cosplay aspect of this.
I'm actually a judge of the cosplay contest at 7:30.
I'm jealous of you.
Yeah. So
I do not win because this cape is just a random.
No, men in Little Red Riding Hood capes don't win. I can tell you that right now.
Busted.
I don't know. I'm getting wings from left and right.
I've seen the crowd here. That's
you can have them winks.
Thanks.
All right. Well, I appreciate the Dead Flip guys joining me here at the Midwest Gaming Classic. We're gonna go play some more pinball or something.
All right,
thanks.
Thanks for having us, buddy.
Absolutely.
Well, that is as close as I can get to taking you there as I can without taking you there. So there are some of the sounds and stuff going on at the Midwest Gaming Classic 2015. Great show, fantastic show, unique, has its own vibe. It's really cool. Love it. Appreciate you guys listening to